Okay, so today's video I want to talk about manifesting. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. When I first heard of it, actually researched and found out what it was. So it turns out I've been manifesting my whole life this whole time. Like, little do we know, we manifest everything that we already have. So yeah, we've been manifesting our whole life. So when I first found out what manifestation was, I thought it was like some make-believe type shit where you can just, oh, I want this or I want that, and get me a new car, get me a new Gucci bag or whatever. I mean, you can, but it's more to that. It's not just that. It's not really like that. It's the constant repetition, the constant thinking patterns that go on in your daily life. What are you doing every day to be where you want to be, and I had to ask myself that question too, because there would be things that I didn't like doing or I didn't want to do, and what can I do right now to make it better? What can I do to make my situation better than just complaining about it all the time? Because we're here on earth to live how we want, freely, openly, without fear, express ourselves, creativity, love, joy, all that. So like I said in the other video, manifesting is putting in energy into what you want, to what you desire. And you're always going to get that outcome because everything is energy. Here's how you can manifest, and these are some things that I use in my life. Write down what you want. Now, when it comes to writing, words are powerful. So you kind of want to do it in a present tense rather than a future tense. I used to write down my manifestations in future tense before I really knew what it was. And my manifestations still came true because I was putting my energy into it. Words will really advance the manifestations as well. Try and manifest like you already have what you need. You already have all that you need. I saw this thing, I don't remember. I want to give this person credit, but I do not remember where I saw this one. I saw this on TikTok. But they were basically saying, they were using a music analogy, basically. And I've heard my dad say this too. But let's say if you want to get into the music industry or you want to make music and you don't really have the equipment for music, but you have a phone. There's different apps where you can, make different melodies, make different beats or whatever. But that's starting from small. You want to be a star, you want to be an artist, right? But you need to start with what you already have. So when you do have the things and the technology to help better yourself and advance yourself, you'll already know what to do because you started from scratch. That's exactly what they said, and this is what my dad has been telling me. So, and I saw this other thing, we asked for so much, and then there was a cake analogy. We asked for so much, we want this cake, but we have the ingredients for the cake, and then we give up because we don't know what to do with the ingredients for the cake. But all you have to do is make it, put your energy into it, and that's the real way to manifest. Number 2, I personally watch the moon phases and tune into the different energies of the moon. Sometimes, not all, I'm not perfect, sometimes I forget, so it's not like a daily thing for me. But when I have the free time to, I really pay attention to the moon. Put a picture right here of what I mean, the moon cycle. But basically you can manifest on full moons or the new moon. How do you say? Because of the energy that is there. I don't know how else to word that. I've also looked into astrology. I'm really big on astrology. I'm still getting into it, but we're not even gonna get into that in another video. But I like to learn about stuff that people think is crazy, and people called me crazy for believing, but it all turns out to be true. But anyways, we're not gonna talk about that. I used to write my manifestations in a shoebox, and then I used to close the shoebox, wait a couple of months, and look at the list and see if my manifestations came true. And most of the time they did, or it was something that I didn't really want, and I was just It was to please my ego rather than to actually serve my highest good. So I didn't really have any interest in it at the end of the day. But like I said before, everything is energy. So if you try to manifest something out of a low vibration, you're gonna get a low vibrational result, because everything works in energy. So things respond to you in energy. If you want to manifest and wish death on somebody, this is just an example, but or something that's not really, on a low vibration, you're gonna get what you gave out. It's not really to be like, oh, I gotta raise my vibration to manifest. Whatever you're naturally attracted to, whatever you're naturally drawn to, you're gonna automatically raise your vibration anyway, because you're chasing after what you want. That's what you're supposed to be doing here on this earth, or one of the things to be doing here, to serve your purpose, following your purpose. There's different things like repetition, where you write what you want 3 times, write it again 9 times or 6 times, and write it again another 9 times. That's the 3-6-9 method. But you guys can look into that on your own, because I just now figured out what the 3-6-9 method was from Nikola. I think it's Nikola Tesla. There's rumors about how he was a star seed, and he figured out the universal message and language. That's another thing. And also, manifesting requires your constant thoughts and your constant thinking. What are you constantly thinking about? This is why this planet is so fear-based driven, because if we're in constant fear, we're gonna end up, because us as a collective, we're so strong, because like I said, we're energy. So if we're giving something our energy that's not really, it's gonna show. I'll use this example. If you're a person that is constantly thinking about sex, just horny all the time, you're gonna attract people that want to fuck you. You're gonna attract people that just want to get all up in your pants or whatever. Like, that's how it works. You're attracting what you're paying attention to. So if you're attracted to making money, you're gonna attract people who also want to make money. If you're attracted to investing, growing your own business, you're gonna attract people who are just like you. So if you're on your spiritual journey and you see the numbers 111 or 1111, 1111 can mean a good and a bad thing. And also, I'm gonna talk about angel numbers too. I learned to, how I used to interpret angel messages, I used to look them up, but now I don't really want to, and I see why, because there's so many different messages, there's so many different meanings. How the universe talks to you is different than it would talk to me, so whatever they're trying to tell you, it may be different from what they're trying to tell me, because we could be going on the spiritual journey together, but we're on our 2 different paths, if that makes sense. So 111 could mean you need to watch your thoughts, or your thoughts are manifesting your current reality. 1111 could mean that you need to pay attention to what you're thinking about, or your manifestations are on the way. I see different people with different ways to manifest, and I get that you're trying to help people or whatever, but some of it is not, I wouldn't say, I'm trying to sugarcoat it low key, because I don't want that smoke, but some people just don't be knowing what they're talking about, basically. So this is why I'm here, to really give you the actual, it's not going to be easy to manifest. It's not, manifest this, manifest that. Shit like that is retarded. So it's not like that. I had to learn that too. So it's okay. I'm not even mad. We'll enlighten other people on how this actually works. There's so much fake, lack of genuine in the spiritual community, or any community, or anything in general nowadays. I'm trying to be open and trying to be authentic. I'm trying to give you the real on what's going on and what you're dealing with. I want to talk about so much other stuff too, about spirituality and what it's really like going through a spiritual awakening, especially for me, because I'm so young. I am young, so I'm really young. So most people don't have their spiritual awakenings until they're 20, but I'm a teenager, so it's rough. But it's not just happy, oh, light love, happy, oh, light love, raise your vibration, love, namaste. Like, you know, that's cool and all, whatever, but it's not just that. People like to hide the truth so much, like, and it's actually you're integrating and you're working with your shadow, you're working with the trauma that you've built up over the years as well. It's not pretty, it's ugly actually. A spiritual awakening is very fucking ugly. It is. It's a reality check. It's a bitch, you need to get on your shit check. So that's it for this video. I'm doing more videos soon. I'm also vlogging. For spring break, so that's exciting too. So stay tuned for that, and I'm out.